Yo, what's going on guys? My name is Biaheza. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day.
If I told you 4 years ago that this 17-year-old kid is a YouTube mastermind and a genius entrepreneur, you'd probably call me crazy. Back then, Biaheza recorded videos in his bedroom to document his journey trying to make it as an entrepreneur and a YouTuber. Today, the 22-year-old has one of the most popular channels on YouTube and makes millions of dollars every single year. Not only that, but Biaheza was able to achieve what nobody on YouTube had ever done before. You see, the number of people watching finance content on YouTube is tiny in comparison to the people watching entertainment videos, for example. And because of this, YouTubers in this niche struggled to get a lot of views and grow in subscribers fast. But Biaheza figured out the blueprint to beat this problem, and ever since he has been able to consistently hit millions of views on numerous uploads and 500,000 views on brand new uploads despite being in a smaller niche.
So getting around 500k views on new uploads is not bad for, again, being in the confines of the financy, businessy side of YouTube.
So how did he do it? In this video, I'm going to show you why Biaheza is one of the smartest YouTubers and entrepreneurs in the world, as well as how he used YouTube to build his multi-million-dollar empire. So whether you're a creator wanting to grow your own YouTube channel or an entrepreneur wanting to grow your business, get ready to take notes because this is going to be a YouTube masterclass. When I started doing my research for this video, I could tell it wasn't the same as usual. I've helped channels with millions of subscribers and helped channels generate millions of dollars, but there was something different about how Biaheza grew his channel. He had managed to completely blow up and break outside of just the finance niche and attract millions of viewers from some of the largest and most competitive niches on YouTube. Finance content is a completely oversaturated market. It's very hard to stand out, let alone succeed in much bigger markets like entertainment. But Biaheza did exactly that. The truth is, he really did crack the code for going viral on YouTube, regardless of how small the niche is, and made millions of dollars in the process. He even said it himself that this was no accident.
I kind of unlocked the method and got to enough level of understanding in regards to getting views on YouTube to where I could potentially maybe tap into a more mainstream market.
After spending countless hours studying Biaheza's channel and the strategy he has used, I have broken down the 4 main factors behind his success. When Biaheza started taking YouTube seriously, he was starting from zero. He knew that if he wanted to grow fast, he needed a foundation of viewers to build upon. Your videos could be amazing, but without any reach, it's easy for your videos to get lost in the crowd. However, this wasn't a problem for Biaheza as he discovered how he could get his channel off the ground fast, which leads me to factor number 1. He gave YouTube what it wanted. Let me explain. There are over 2 billion monthly active users on YouTube, and each of them use the platform for their own needs. Some people want to be educated, some people just want to be entertained. However, there are more users on the platform than there are videos for those users. This is the law of supply and demand, and on YouTube, supply is the number of videos around a topic, and demand is how many people want to watch videos around that topic. Sometimes on YouTube, the demand is much bigger than the supply, and Biaheza used this as an opportunity to grow his channel super fast. Starting off in a finance niche called dropshipping, he searched across YouTube to understand where there was demand and where there was a small supply of videos for that demand. Then he simply made his videos around those topics better than the current supply, which led to all of the demand going to him. With some of his earliest videos being how I made 25k first month dropshipping at 17 years old and how to gain 1,000 followers on Instagram in 1 week, it wasn't long before he had the foundation of viewers that he needed. But it wasn't just the law of supply and demand that helped him achieve this early success. There was one more thing that was like a cheat code to his initial growth. Now I know you're thinking, how can that be possible? But let me explain. Imagine 5 stores open up in a town and each store sells groceries. Because there are 5 stores, each store technically ends up having 1/5 of the customers they could have had if it was just their store in the town. John, who is owner of store 1, realizes this and makes his prices cheaper to try to get more people to come to his store instead. And this actually works. More and more people start going to John's store instead of the other stores since they can get the same groceries for a cheaper price. But this didn't last long as the other stores then did the same thing. They start competing on prices and it gets to a point where they can't really lower their prices anymore and they're in the exact same position as they were at the start. However, John had a great idea. He decided to start selling toys at his grocery store so that the people with children would prefer prefer to come to his store over the others so that they could buy their children toys. Then they'd also end up buying their groceries at John's store too, since they were already there. And as a result of this, everyone started to come to John's store instead to buy their groceries. This is called market sophistication and happens all of the time in business. But YouTube is a marketplace too, and Biaheza used this principle to attract viewers to his videos over the other creators in his niche. The reason why John kept on getting more customers than the other stores is because his store always had more to offer. In other words, he stayed at a higher sophistication level. On YouTube, people were also making videos about how to make money dropshipping and how to grow on Instagram, just like Biaheza was. But Biaheza's videos were positioned at a higher sophistication level, so if a user was given the option to click and watch his videos or his competitions, they'd choose his every single time. Which video would you rather click on? How to make money dropshipping, or how I made 25k first month dropshipping at 17 years old? Obviously the second, because it shows that he's an expert at making money with dropshipping, so the viewer knows that if they click, it will be worth watching. This also meant that Biaheza's videos would have a much higher click-through rate than other videos in his niche, which meant the video would reach way more people than videos in his niche typically would. Overall, just from giving YouTube what it wanted, he became one of the biggest channels in his niche. But now there was a problem. How was he meant to continue growing if all of the viewers in his niche already knew him? Most YouTube channels that are in small niches rarely get past this problem, which means they aren't able to grow anymore. But this is where Biaheza had a genius idea, one that changed YouTube forever. He discovered a formula to go viral. At this point, Biaheza already took over his market on YouTube, but he needed to go bigger. And to do that, he had to find a way to attract viewers from other markets. You see, a lot of the time, users will only watch videos from a single market. Viewers of entertainment videos will rarely watch finance videos, and vice versa. But Biaheza found a way to change this, and this is what allowed him to start getting millions of views on each upload, despite being in a small niche. He realized that at the moment, he was only giving viewers in the finance niche what they wanted, but he wasn't giving viewers in the entertainment niche what they wanted. Different audiences have different demands, so Biaheza started to brainstorm on how he could supply the demands of these different audiences so he could attract as many viewers as possible. After a lot of research, he discovered the video format that could do this. This is the challenge video format, and it's used by some of the biggest YouTubers on the platform like MrBeast, and has proven it can get millions of views in many different markets. This format is successful because challenge videos are often a big idea and stand out from the crowd of other videos, which leads to more clicks. When these videos are done well, they have high viewer satisfaction and watch time because the viewers are bought into the storyline and want to see how the story plays out. Will they complete the challenge? What happens in the end? These are all questions in the viewer's head, and they have to watch the full video to have them answered. So it makes sense why this format creates so many viral videos, but how did Biaheza use it to go viral while still appealing to his main audience? The way he did it was by perfectly combining the two together. He made challenge videos around topics in his niche in a way that any person could be entertained and satisfied watching it. First, he made the video, starting a company on Instagram challenge, and it was an instant success. And this wasn't luck. He did it again and again and again, and they kept going more and more viral, which brings me on to factor number 3, doubling down and continuously improving. Biaheza knew he struck YouTube gold. He had the formula to go viral, now he just needed to master it to be able to get millions of views on command. He continuously aimed to improve the packaging of his videos with his thumbnail and title to get a higher click-through rate, as the more people that click, the more viewers he gets. He also always tried to improve watch time, as this is one of the biggest things YouTube uses to decide how many people to push your video to. The higher the watch time is, the more money YouTube makes from ads and the longer users stay on the platform. This is why Biaheza spends so much time perfecting his videos to the point where they have something in common with the most famous and successful movies in the world. You see, most people don't watch Star Wars because they're interested in space. They watch it because the story is so good. Most people don't watch The Wolf of Wall Street because they want to make money. They watch it because it's entertaining and an amazing story. Biaheza's videos are the exact same. Viewers who aren't even interested in anything money or finance related can watch his videos and absolutely love them. This also meant viewers would binge multiple videos in a single session, meaning the total time the average viewer spent watching his channel was way higher than usual. YouTube would then notice this and push his videos to millions of people. All of this made his channel skyrocket to the level where it's at today, getting millions of views per video and becoming one of the most well-known channels on the entire platform. But there is one more thing that Biaheza did to not only grow in subscribers at an insanely fast rate, but also make millions of dollars from his YouTube channel. He mastered viewer psychology. This trick gave him the power to manipulate viewers to subscribe and also pay him money. Now that sounds bad, but Biaheza used this ethically, not in an evil way. It's actually really smart how he did it. To grow his audience at the fastest rate possible, he needed to turn every viewer that he could into a subscriber. Biaheza's videos were already effective at doing this, as his expert storytelling left each viewer wanting more, so they'd have to subscribe to know when the next video is uploaded. But in addition to this, Biaheza added something to his videos nobody else could, which was his personality and relatability to the viewer. Despite being super successful, he still has the personality of a typical young adult, and in his videos he does not hold back from showing this. He includes lots of humor in his videos and jokes that his audience will relate to. For the viewer, this ends up creating a parasocial relationship. In other words, the viewer feels a real connection to Biaheza, almost like he's their friend in real life. And as you could imagine, it would be hard for a viewer not to subscribe at this stage. So that's how he managed to turn so many viewers into actual subscribers, but how on earth did he make millions of dollars? There are countless YouTubers with millions of subscribers that barely make any money in comparison to Biaheza. So what's the strategy he's using that made such a huge difference? This was actually a secret that Biaheza has been hiding because of how powerful it is, but after my countless hours of research, I was able to uncover what it is and how it can be used by any creator or entrepreneur to make millions of dollars from YouTube. He secretly uses what some of the biggest companies in the world use to get people who have never heard of what they sell to actually paying them money because they want to buy what they sell so much. Now this may sound like it's too good to be true, but it's real. And it's called a video sales letter, and when they're made to perfection, if somebody who has no interest in buying a product watches the video sales letter, by the end of it, they are ready to give away their money immediately. The reason why Biaheza is able to make millions of dollars from his YouTube channel is because he's mastered how to create a video sales letter and disguise it as a YouTube video. Let's take a look at one of his recent videos and see how he does this.
This is TJ. A very early OG subscriber of the channel who I met a couple of years ago now, who's actually helped me film some of my videos since then. But today, I want to help him start his own business.
In the first 10 seconds, he introduces the character of the story, TJ, who is just a subscriber of the channel just like the viewer. This sets the viewer up to relate to TJ and see themselves in him for the rest of the video. And this might not seem like a big deal, but you're about to discover why this worked so well.
He's also probably in a very similar position to a lot of people watching this video, where you've definitely heard of a few online business models, maybe even given one of them a slight attempt, but just hadn't really had a breakthrough or just haven't gotten around to trying them. So not only is it going to be really interesting to see what happens here as TJ tries to escape the matrix from complete scratch, but I think a lot of the issues he'll likely run into are ones you would too, which would make this a pretty valuable video.
In those 30 seconds, Biaheza calls out the viewer and the current problems they're experiencing. He highlights the pain they've gone through trying other business models and failing, showing that he understands them. So now the viewer is hooked in and really listening. This is where Biaheza introduces the potential solution they've been looking for.
Now, I'm gonna help him start a dropshipping business. It's where you sell products online without doing any of the shipping or handling yourself.
Now the seed has been planted in the viewer's mind about dropshipping. The goal of the rest of the video is to sell the viewer on why they should start dropshipping and then buy his dropshipping course. He does this very subtly, as you're about to see.
To kick things off, I want to hand him the best piece of dropshipping education content in the industry. On this piece of paper is the login information to a full, official Biaheza dropshipping course.
Yo, you do not understand how much this is gonna change my life, bro. Keep it going.
Shed a tear, bro. Make it emotional.
Yo, bro, I've been begging for this. Like,
This was genius by Biaheza, and I'm going to explain why. When most YouTubers promote something in their videos, viewers dislike it and they click off the video, causing a big drop off in retention and low watch time. To avoid this, Biaheza uses humor and makes this part in the story entertaining. This way everybody wins. Biaheza is able to promote his product without viewers clicking off the video, and viewers are entertained by it and find it a funny part of the video.
So I gave TJ access to my course and told him to obliterate my line once he gets to the product research section and finds a few products he could potentially sell.
This clip shows that the character TJ is using the course to help him go through the transformation from complete beginner to making a lot of money dropshipping. This means that if he succeeds with the challenge, the viewer will associate the success he has with the things he learned from the dropshipping course. Biaheza does this at points throughout the entire video. So already the viewers see themselves in the character TJ, as at the start he is in the exact same position as them. They know that dropshipping is the potential solution they've been looking for, they know Biaheza has a dropshipping course, and they know that TJ is using it to help him succeed in this challenge. So now in the viewer's mind, all they need is to see that Biaheza's course actually works. Can it take somebody from the state that the viewer is currently in to the state that they dream of being in, which is financial freedom? And the video does exactly that.
I feel like it's been a pretty hectic last month and a half here.
Indeed.
What has this been like from your perspective?
Man, I'm shocked to see that this actually works, because everyone was saying dropshipping is dead. Like 2023, dropshipping is dead. That is not the case. We made it out of the trenches.
So the last 2 days, you've been hitting just under $700 per day. Today, it's not even 12 yet. You're at $560 in revenue, and that's on $180 in ad spend. Bro, the product cost is $150 top, so it's not even lunch yet, and you're sitting at around $250 profit.
That's how it be sometimes.
He ended that day a couple sales short of 1,000, but managed to comfortably surpass that on the next day and continued scaling from there. As I'm finishing editing this video, he's pocketing $600 a day in profit, did 15,000 in this last week alone, and just hit his first day over 2,700, which is the number you need to hit daily to hit $1 million a year.
Go.
Not only did TJ beat the challenge and provide the climax to the story that the viewer had been waiting for, but he completely proved that Biaheza's course is able to take the viewer from their current state to their dream state and eliminated any doubts they previously had. And then he wraps these components of a video sales letter into amazing stories with humor and a relatable feel, which overall make very entertaining videos that go viral and have grown his channel to where it's at today. If you found this video interesting, all I ask for is for you to hit subscribe. Also, YouTube's algorithm thinks you'll like this video next. Let's see if they're right.